The winner of the National Portrait Photography Prize was announced this week, and it's a lovely photo and a beautiful story. Siobhan Hinu caught up with the photographer Rod McNicol and his enthusiastic subject, actor Jack Charles.
If a picture can speak 1,000 words, some faces tell 1,000 stories. Jack Charles's face is one of them.
But you've seen where the addiction has been, in my face. You can see it. I see it anyway.
The actor is open about his time spent on the streets, in jail and in the throes of heroin addiction. But for decades he's sustained a friendship with Melbourne photographer Rod McNicol.
Every time I come out of jail, and there were many times, that's one of the first places I'd drop in and say hello. I'm back out.
After decades spent sharing the ups and downs, the two see eye to eye.
Oh, look out.
Are you going closer?
Now Rod McNicol has taken out the National Photographic Portrait Prize at the National Portrait Gallery with a photo of his mate. Jack Charles has had a life of equal parts success and failure, and that's a story he's told in film and stage shows.
I'm stolen Jen, plucked from my mother's breast, aged 4 months in 1943. Moved into the City Mission and then moved on to the Box Hill Boys' Home. I grew up absolutely ignorant of my Aboriginal heritage.
But Jack Charles says he's happy to pose for his photographer friend well into old age.
I'm not frightened of allowing him to take images of me and my ravage-faced, growing old gracefully as it is now.
It's easy to see why the photo captured the judge's attention.
Portrait in a truly classical sense, I guess. That very sort of simple, sort of upfront composition, technically very accomplished.
The winner says the $25,000 prize will simply help him to continue in his 40-year practice of portrait photography.
When you work as an art photographer, then any money that comes in gets ploughed into your work.
The Contemporary Photography Prize doesn't deliberately set out to show a cross-section of Australian life and experience, but by accident that's what's portrayed by the 46 finalists chosen from more than 1,000 entries.
There's many and varied ways of approaching it, and that's one of the beauties, I think, of the medium, that lots of people can come at it from different points of view.
This year, older faces seem to be the flavour du jour.
Photographers are very interested in elderly subjects. It's almost as if the older you are, the more experienced you are, the more history you have, and therefore the more intriguing you are.
And the convention of photographing a single face has made way for pairs, for images that speak of family connections, deep bonds and even loss.
Ships, love, family, a number of works that deal with loss and death, works dealing with illness, all of which are sort of treated in very sort of creative ways.
Some photos are heavily staged, while others are spontaneous moments captured on a whim. But they're all powerful examples of the endless possibility of photography.